And good evening, sports fans. Good evening, Savannah and Low Country. It's the coach and the AD on the Karl Demasi Sports Report. It's Wednesday Night Live from
Center Sports Universe here at Coach's Corner.
It's the coach and AD. We're here every Wednesday night giving you an update. We're here every Saturday morning live right here from Coach's Corner because it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network, and everything's presented by Coach's Corner. Remember, we have 3 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. We have Rubbin and Grubbin, who just finished an hour early because they want to get back and they want to see Monkey Man.
Rolling Stones,
baby.
Who doesn't like Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger. I love Rolling Stones, you know. So they're hopping outside in the Sound Garden. Then, of course, it's the coach and the AD, Karl Demasi Sports Report, every Wednesday night, Saturday morning. And on, what is it? Spotify,
which one?
iTunes.
Anywhere you get your podcast.
We have another show called the Hot Grits Podcast with Spencer Maddox and Travis Jadon. Check it out on Facebook. Check it out on YouTube. Once again, we're on YouTube. Like our channel. Subscribe to our channel. Karl Demasi Sports Report, the coach and AD. We need more followers, and we'd love to have you. Well, we're back here. It's Wednesday night already.
Here we go. I tell you, man, it's going faster and faster, and we are into GHSA state football playoffs, first round.
So, well, first of all, let's tell them what's going on here at Coach's Corner. It happens here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10:30.
One of the best breakfasts in Savannah. You take the crew from Larry's, you put them in this environment with all these TVs. That's a home run hitter for you. So make sure you come out here. Like I said, like Carl said, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10:30 a.m. Get one of the best breakfasts in town tonight. Live, Pub Star Trivia, like inside, not outside, inside. All right, so we got, like you said, the Monkey Man, Rolling Stones Tribute Band. So they're out there. And then
this weekend.
Yeah, this lineup for nothing Thursday.
Thanksgiving, they're closed.
Everybody's got a day off right now. Friday, up-and-coming Nashville recording star Angie K will play in the Sound Garden. Search her name on YouTube. She is awesome. She currently has a top 10 single called Real Talk on iTunes and Spotify. So, I mean, that's pretty big. I mean, the streaming device, hey, that's where all the music's coming from, so make sure you check her out as well. And
you won't be disappointed. Anybody that's in that Sound Garden, they put on a great show. Hey, when we're out there, we put on a great show, but it's Saturday morning. There's nobody there with us.
Yeah, so she's really good. So Saturday, once again, Coach proudly welcomes Tommy Holland and a Friends musical Toy Drive benefit concert for our local kids. It is Tommy Holland's 5th annual fundraiser. His goal is to help inspire next generation musicians by putting real instruments in their hands. So bring a musical toy or an instrument or a financial gift to this great cause. Music begins at 5:30. So plenty of awesome shows in as we finish out November and go into December here in Sound Garden. So visit Coach's Corner's favorite Facebook page and check it out.
Remember, it's all sports, all music, all the time, right here in Coach's Corner. All right, we got a big event coming up, and if you haven't heard it, it's the FBU National Championships. It's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade all-star teams, right? All-star teams.
Yep.
Put together by none other than a man that's well-known here in Savannah, Georgia, and I call him Coach, you call him Coach, he calls him Coach, but he's been around here, and he's in charge of our FBU, I guess, chapter, section, team.
Yeah, regional.
And that's Michael Robertson. Michael, thanks for coming on. Coach.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Hey, we're having a lot of fun talking sports, and it's great to have you on again, Mike.
I see, man. It's been a while, man. I love listening to you guys, man. I get into. I look forward to this every Wednesday.
So tell us about FBU.
Oh, yeah, FBU, man. It's a big tournament for middle school. It's one of its kind. We have it at the end of the year waiting for everybody else to get done with their stuff. And it's great. Savannah's picked it up real good. We got a guy right next to you, the AD of Griffin, one of the spearheads of this game, man. His son is playing in it, so we're looking forward to it.
Michael, talk about the importance of let people know exactly what FBU is in the, we're here in a Georgia regional. So talk about how it's breaking up in regionals, and the goal is to get to Naples. But talk about, one, Georgia being, one of the elite states in the country in football, producing football players, and two, what that looks like, the importance of having a team from South Georgia.
What it is, Georgia is like you said, it's so talented. We have 3 teams. We have GFL, GSMAA, and of course now we have the South Georgia team. And what these kids are make up, just to give you a background of it, you have kids from Windsor, BC, the private schools, Vidalia, cavalry, of all sorts go to this thing. And what the important thing about this is, Coach, is that the Adidas All-American game. That's the senior game for the seniors. This is the way for these kids to get going through this process, to go from this middle school one-of-a-kind game to that game. All of us is under that same umbrella. So it's very important for them.
Now, what is your role in this area for FBU?
Right. Well, I'm the director for the team, South Georgia team. I'm in charge as far as getting the coaches together and making sure the organization is running the way that FBU wants it to run.
Yeah, so FBU is like Michael said, it's a big national brand. So teams are playing regionals all over the country.
Yes.
You know, you're talking about California, Texas, New England, the Midwest, some elite, from all over the country. And their goal is to get to Naples, Florida, to play at nationals towards the end of December.
Right.
So Naples has done a tremendous job. They built this massive complex down there. The stadium, I hear, will be finished by the time FBU Nationals is down there in December. So it's just an unbelievable place. Now FBU is headquartered down in Naples now.
Right.
Yeah.
They built this whole facility for this game. The only one of its kind to have a facility just for this middle school FBU NC game. So shouts out to Eric Richards and Steve Quinn for making that happen, man. They're the ones who kind of spearheaded this and got everything rolling. So again, it's huge.
From reading about it, it's not something that's just happened. It's been around for 10 years strong. Right. How many years has our area been involved in this?
Well, you got kids like Holden Garner. He was one of the ones that started off with it. Holden Garner. You got Bo Scarborough. You got Jamel Maynard over there at BC. Right there at Cavalry, you got a couple of middle school guys that's over there. They was in it. You got Mike, the running back from Windsor. Bonte Scott. You have the running back from Jenkins, the senior. Mazio. He was in this. The two big guards, Larry. I mean the linemen, Larry and Ashton. You got those two. Man, I can go. The list goes on and on. Tyler Griffin from Griffin, those guys. It goes on and on, man. It's huge. It's huge.
So Michael, talk about this year's group of kids, and especially this year's group of coaches. We're out at practice last Sunday, and they seem to be a large group from Richmond Hill as well. So you've expanded the footprint out of Savannah, and I mean there was kids from Perry, there's kids from Griffin. I mean there was. I know there's a quarterback that came down a trial from Providence Christian in Atlanta. Yes. So just talk about the footprint that you're developing here and kind of your coaching staff for both teams.
It's important to be diverse with it and kind of grab every area or regional around to get the culture for every kid, so they get. And the biggest thing is about is the exposure. Okay, taking these regions that you're talking about and bringing them all together, so these kids are not so they're used to it when they go off to playoff games and things. It's not it's not out of character to them when they go to these other schools and schools when they visit. They got people, they build these relationships with these kids young, and it starts up in high school. As far as the coaching staff, you have Coach Myros, and he's from Savannah. Then you got Coach Paul, he's from Richmond Hill. You got Coach John, and from the smaller guys, you got Coach Stanley, Coach Raekwon, and he got a whole good staff. And then our sixth grade group is actually out of Trinity Christian right there in Fayetteville.
Yeah, saw a guy from there as well last week.
His dad actually coached that sixth grade team. He's on the seventh grade team. He's a really good kid.
Nice. You're listening to Wednesday Night Live, the Coach and AD. We're here every Saturday morning on the Karl Demasi Sports Report live from Coach's Corner, from the center of the sports universe.
No doubt.
We're talking to Michael Robertson, in charge of the FBU National Championship Southeast Georgia chapter. So what about this year's? How many teams do we got going this year? Because you said it was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, right?
Yes, sir. It's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And that's our makeup of this middle school thing. It's 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Is it one team with all those, or there's different age groups?
It's same age group. We got an age group. We got a cutoff from age. We don't have a weight limit, but we have that cutoff. August 1st, you can't turn a certain age before August 1st in their age. So we do have that cutoff.
And so now, where does your team go? Where does the Southeast Georgia team go next?
The first game is the December 5th and the 6th. We playing in Beaufort, Georgia. That's up in Gwinnett County. That you know how they are up there. It's up there. And then you got kids from Pace Academy, GAC. That's that middle. That's that second team, the GSMA. Those guys right there. So first game is in Beaufort, Saturday and Sunday.
So, Michael, talk about the depth of – I don't think people truly understand. I mean, there have been some national champions coming out of Atlanta.
Right,
I mean, there's groups up there who are – I mean, they're going to nationals every year and either competing for the finals or playing finals. Talk about the depth of talent that our kids are going to see and play against here in a couple weeks.
I'm gonna sum it up like this, Chad. It goes like this. If you go back to that roster where Isaac Nada and Richard LeCount and those guys, they on different teams, of course. You go back to their roster and you check that roster from then. I go back 7 years. Going back from 7 years up until this period, everybody on their roster from that point is an athlete. Wow. The athletes I just named, Mike, DeMazio, Holden Garner, Tyler Griffin, those type of kids are the kids that comes out of this program, man. They're well coached, and it's a big deal. I mean, for Savannah to bring this on, for Eric and those guys to give us a chance to bring this on, to recognize the talent here, it's going to be huge for them, real huge. And next year, we're hoping to bring it to Savannah. We're hoping to win the game. That's how good the talent is in Savannah and this area.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's catch up on Michael Robertson. So where you at now? What are you doing? You coaching anywhere?
No. Well, basically, I'm doing this. Right now, I'm running a recreational program. I've kind of started my own recreational program.
Nice.
Up here at the South, in South Georgia. Just running my nonprofit where we feed the kids and stuff throughout the summer. And we have right there in Savannah off Abercorn Street had an at-risk program. So we're trying to put it all together and going up into the from this age on up to high school, just following them, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Michael, talk about your development and how you've grown into kind of this leader in this kind of sports world, and how that developed for you and your vision that you've been on the outside Savannah, you've been on to see Atlanta and have all experience and taking that knowledge and bringing it back here to South Georgia for these kids. What's that been like for you?
It's been a wonderful ride, man, because you get to see all light, and it started off with Marlon Richards that went to Calvary. Started off for us with his dad with all this stuff, with my brother, of course, and going from there. From California, New York, like I said, we've been to all the states. That mindset to where the kids, where tangibles don't matter. Just bringing that mindset alone to get the kids to understand them. It doesn't matter how big you are, how fat. If you don't have it up here mentally, then at that next level, it's going to be hard for you, because you'll see some of the fastest, strongest, biggest kids on the floor, on the field, and that's the mindset I want to bring back to Savannah. So giving these kids the understanding, you need to stay in shape. You need to listen to your coach. You need to be grounded. But more importantly, you got to have it up here, the mentality and the exposure. That's what I was running on the way, and I'm bringing it, and it's been good bringing it back to Savannah. So you got kids now, like up in West Virginia, White. Yeah, he's killing it on that level.
Right.
All those kids and getting them to understand that dynamic of it, it's amazing what these kids in Savannah can do, man. South Georgia can do alone, and we're going to continue that, man.
All right, so people want to follow the Southeast Georgia team December 5th. Is there a place where they can go where they can follow it or watch it?
Yeah. Go to fbunc.com. And you'll see all the teams. It'll keep you up with all the highlights and all the shows and the games and interviews and everything. Also, you'll see a list of Trevor Lawrence. You got, man, I can go on with the names that's been
through on that list, yeah.
Yeah, that's been through this program that you'll be shocked. You'll be amazed. Like I said, go back and look at some of those teams. Just look at the near makeup of 35 players. And it's amazing how all 35 become top athletes at Bama, Georgia, Florida, some top Power 5 schools. So keep up with it. Go to fbunc.com.
Michael, lastly, just tell people your vision of what is next after FBU. What are some other things that you think here in South Georgia that we can do to help develop, and help these kids continue to get exposure and grow in the sport of football? What's some other things that you see or visualize that you want to bring here to South Georgia?
No, the next thing is another thing I've shared idea with you and Coach Brett over there at BC was the 7-on-7 scene. I think you've been very forward thinking with that process, with that 7-on-7 scene that's going to come next with the football and the camps that we're going to bring. From the NFLA, those are things that we're trying to bring to Savannah this coming year, hopefully after the COVID and everything, where kids can see we're bringing in the Cam Newton teams, we're bringing in those Adidas teams and everything. So these kids bringing in exposure here so we can see it firsthand. That's next on our agenda.
Yeah, we got kind of disrupted by COVID in the spring. Michael had started getting 77 going, and then COVID just wrecked it for the spring. But, man, Michael, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for your leadership in the community, your leadership, especially in football, to bring in helping these kids grow in the game of football, get the exposure, then also developing that mentality and getting them just to see the bigger world outside Savannah and what that looks like, man. So we appreciate you doing that.
No, I appreciate you helping out also, Chad. Appreciate, and you also, Coach Demasi. Appreciate you guys, man.
Hey, I don't know how he does it. This man's all over the place, and you're just as busy. But once again, Michael, always have a great holiday and good luck. And we'll be following you, what you're doing in the Nationals at the FBU National Championships.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Have a good holiday.
Have a great Thanksgiving, man. Don't eat too much turkey.
Thank you. All right.
All right, Michael.
All right.
He loves what he does. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, he's been a tremendous influence on
a lot of kids in the area.
On the kids in this area. He speaks up for them a lot. He's spoken to Georgia High School in a lot of different areas as well, just trying to get them to understand some things on what some of these kids in Savannah is going through at different areas. And so, he wants to see what Atlanta has, and he wants to bring it to South Georgia and help these student athletes down here get the same exposure and just be able to get seen. Also realize the level of competition, how great it is, and what you got to do to bring. There's just so much talent down here. He's trying to centralize that talent and help it grow. So when we compete against those teams from Atlanta, it's going to be a tough task. It's going to be an eye opener for a lot of these kids, but that's the way you learn. That's the way you grow. We played for a team out of Jacksonville last year, and we played Miami-Dade, Tampa, Plant, that area in Orlando.
Plant City,
Oh my gosh, man! And the kids are just it's a whole nother level, but unbelievable experience. And what you get out of it, you realize as a student athlete how much harder you have to work. That you might be good from here, but man, it's a big world outside here. And if you really want to do it, what you got to do to get there. But that's why you have FBU. That's why you have AU basketball. That's why you have, Perfect Game in baseball. Those are the ways that, to really hone and drive in the talent.
I wish them the best of luck. Remember, it's the FBU National Championships. It's the Southeast Georgia team. Michael Robertson, thanks for coming on. And we'll see how they do December 5th up in Beaufort, Georgia.
Yep.
All right. First round, it's a coach's dream to be playing on Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is.
And usually it's the second or third round in a normal year.
Yep.
But it's round number 1 here for our teams, local teams. And we'll start off with Friday night because Georgia High School came out. They switched the 2A division and the 4A schools to play on Saturday. So let's start with 6A. Hey, Lakeside Evans, 2-8, is coming to take on the Richmond Hill at the Hill, the Wildcat Stadium. So what do you think about that one?
Yeah, I think they're going to keep building that hill for sure. Richmond Hill gets a home playoff game as number 2 seed out of the Glenn County region there, so they'll get a good home game, and they'll probably keep playing the Augusta region. So I think they got a great chance to continue to move on and make a deep run into the playoffs there in Richmond Hill. I mean, I think Coach Lazat and those guys really have it going. We've seen that. I'm going to relate a little bit how good their middle school program has been as well. And we're seeing that a lot of those kids and coaches are here out in FBU. So the talent that's in Richmond Hill is mixing with the talent here in Savannah. I think we'll put a great team going forward. But, yeah, I think Richmond Hill is going to do great, Friday night and keep it rolling.
All right, so Johnson takes on Peach County on Friday night.
Whew, that's a tall task, man. Peach County is they played the state championship several years in a row. They're one of the best programs in the state, and that is a football-rich environment. But, hey, I think if you're Johnson High School, you are excited about the opportunity to go play, for one. 2, you're going to play in probably the best environment that you've ever played in. If you're a football player from Johnson High School, you're going to walk into an environment Friday night that's going to be just electric. It is a football town. It is unbelievable environment you're going to have in Peach County. So enjoy every moment and just go give them your best, man.
All right, and then Windsor Forest on Friday night has to go to Crisp County.
I think Windsor's going to be a little bit underestimated in this. I think Crisp is going to take them. I'm not going to say take them lightly, Carl, but I think Windsor is going to have – they're going to give them a handful. I think they're going to give them more than what they think they can handle down there in Chris. Now, Chris has got a great program. Don't get me wrong.
Another perennial state playoff team.
Perennial state playoff team. But there's something about this Windsor team. You saw the defense the other night against Islands, and I think that's one of the biggest questions. When you get to state playoffs, what do I always say? What wins championships?
Defense. Offense wins games. Defense wins championships.
And I think Windsor's got a defense. But now they'll get tested as, probably is about one of their biggest tests of the year so far.
Definitely.
But I think their defense will keep them in the game.
Now, you guys were supposed to play Friday night, but once again, COVID-19 took out Landmark Christian.
Yeah, so Landmark was supposed to come down our first home playoff game, first round, and we got an email the other day basically saying, hey, their team and coaches had to quarantine and they were going to forfeit the game, and so we kind of had to hold off for half a day before we let our parents and families know because they still hadn't confirmed everything on their side. So you hate it. You hate it for the seniors who really want to play at home. But you turn the negative into a positive. Hey, you get another week to prepare. Mm-hmm. I mean, immediately, the other morning we switched gears, started, working on everything with FPD, worked on things that we need to get better on. It's going to allow us to work on some fitness this week. Everybody's got those knocks and nicks by the end of the season. Get a little bit healthier. FPD's got to go play a game, and we get to really prepare for that. So I think you turn a negative of not playing into a positive. We get everybody a little bit healthy, get them a little bit more conditioned here at the end of the season, and ready to go play probably at FPD next Friday.
And then Savannah Country Day has to go to Whitfield Academy. Country Day started out slow, had a great run during the middle, then came into the juggernaut of the your classification, your region, that 3A region, that black and blue region. But, we talked about it. We think Country Day can win this game.
I do. Whitfield Academy's got a really good quarterback. He's super athletic. He throws well. He moves well out of the pocket. They got a good running back and a huge nose guard. But I really think, if Country Day stays, they just play so disciplined on what they do. If they can just stay disciplined, I think they'll give Whitfield. Everybody they played outside of their opening game, in the Metter game. Now Metter's number 1 public school in the state Class A, and they just line up and just come at you.
Metter's under the radar. No
one's talking about them, but they're drilling everybody. So really, besides 2 games, Country Day has been in every game. It's been a nail biter. They either won it or but they're going to compete and they're going to keep this game close. And I guarantee you, Coach Collins and those guys, like every other game, they'll have a chance to win it at the end.
All right, so now we go Saturday. There are 3 teams playing on Saturday. Start off at 2 o'clock. There's a doubleheader at Memorial Stadium. 2 o'clock, Islands takes on Hardaway. And then Benedictine takes on Troop. Islands hosting its first ever home state playoff game. Little setback last week, 7-3 loss, 10-7 loss to Windsor Forest. So the boys are excited. 2:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I think you almost take it like a college mentality.
Right.
You get to play in the afternoon. I know Vidalia's playing at 1:00, so very much like a college mentality there. But I know the kids for Islands got to be super excited.
They're excited.
Get to host a playoff game. It'll be a good environment on Saturday. Weather's supposed to be perfect. And so, I mean, I think Islands will get them and advance to the next round.
And from what I understand, a little bulletin board matter. Hardaway thinks they're going to win this by 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just a little birdie told me that.
Yeah.
From the Columbus area. All right, 6 o'clock.
Social
6
media will
o'clock.
kill you.
New Hampstead finished 6-1. I got to take this off. We had that mythical championship last Friday night. Windsor Forest against Islands. If Islands would have won, they would have been the outright city public school city championship. But Windsor Forest lost to New Hampstead. New Hampstead lost to Islands. Island lost to Windsor Forest, so it was a 3-way tie. Kyle Hockman takes his Phoenix on the road far away to LaGrange.
If it wasn't for the trip itself, I think the game's going to be, God, that's a trip, man. LaGrange is just an absolute.
They average over 31 points a game, LaGrange.
Absolute haul.
As Tommy Palmer used to say, and John Nelson told us last week, hey, you better pack your lunch and your dinner because that's a far ride.
Yeah, that's a long ride. I just don't know. I mean,
I think the Phoenix will be in it. I think
they'll
they're very
be.
athletic.
I do. I think they'll be in it. I just, that trip's a long trip, man.
Okay.
That's tough.
Now, at 7 o'clock at Memorial Stadium, the team that's been waiting and waiting to
Troop
play.
County, I'm sorry, guys. I hate it for you. I know you got one of the best freshman running backs / quarterbacks. I've been reading about him. One of the best in the state.
Yes.
I think he's got the freshman record in the state for rushing as a quarterback
Yep.
and running back. I'm sorry, but BC's waited a month to play, and they haven't played at home in forever. Nope. I'm sorry for you, but they're going to unleash, I think, a whooping.
I mean, they're well rested. They haven't played since October 30th. Danny Britt had a
they might be a little rusty on offense
right.
with timing, but I'm here to tell you the rest of it. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, they had a scrimmage Thursday night, and from what I heard, Danny Britt, it wasn't bad. They played well.
I'm sure.
They were
it
ready
was.
to play. So
when
it's going to be a packed house.
Yeah. I'm.
It's the only game in town. Saturday night.
I think BC wins by 40. I just think they hone in on that quarterback. They ain't played in a month, Carl. You know how those guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and Danny Britt is going to be absolutely unglued out of his mind on fire.
You work closely with him on the field. I've only watched him from afar.
I've watched him take a radio CD player and destroy it. To motivate kids in a very positive way, not in a negative way. He's almost got a little, chair elbow drop in him. I've seen him headbutt some kids with helmets and split his head open, and I think those days are past.
They'll be ready defensively too, because that's his side of the ball.
I just think, man, they've been off for so long, and you know how it is. Even in the preseason,
it's time to come back.
You get so ready to play for that first game because you've been hitting each other for a month. I think Troop's gonna get it. I think they're good. It might be close early, but I think BC just takes it.
All right. Round ball kicked off this week. Calvary Thanksgiving Classic took over for Islands because we weren't allowed to host the tournament. So how'd that go?
It went great. Super impressed with the coaches. All the coaches were great. You had pretty much all of them wearing masks coming in the game. Mom wore masks during warm-ups. Didn't have to. Long County had cool little – they had all individual masks or numbers on it, logo on one side. Did a great job. They wore them on the sidelines, Fans were great. I think they're all just appreciative to be playing. I think they see the sports world around them. No one complained. Anybody that came in didn't have a mask. They said, oh, man, let me go get it. We had masks available for them. But everybody just kind of did what we asked them to do. I think they're so grateful to see sports, especially the parents right now. I think they're seeing how, man, you got college games canceled, NFL games, all this stuff, and high school associations shutting down. And I think everybody right now is just very appreciative for what we get to do.
And I'm asking everybody, if you can, email me, text me, send me the final scores, because on the Prep Sports Report new website, I got a ticket going across. It's just not for football. I want to do basketball. I'm going to try and figure out how I can wrestling. But I want to keep those scores up there so people have a place to go.
So just tag him on Twitter at KD Sports Report.
KD Sports Report. Send it through Twitter. Hey, send me your top scores. I want to get them some love too. So we want to give a shout out to them too. So it's dream of mine to keep these kids getting the PR they need, the public relations they need, the public news they need. So send it to us. All right, let's get 3 out the door. It's Thanksgiving. I got to go home. Ooh. You got to go home. All right.
You're frying a turkey, aren't you?
Yeah, that's tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Okay. So last Saturday, if you watched, okay, we had the shark. Mark Edis, the voice of the Savannah Bananas. All right. We went over Thanksgiving side. Well, first we went over the main dish, which was turkey and ham. Okay. They forgot the lasagna like us Italians like to do. We like lasagna, okay?
Okay.
Then we did the sides. We had mac and cheese. We had sweet potato.
Green beans, green bay casserole, sweet potato, souffle, you want to call it.
All right, so I'm going to give this guy, we're going to go 3 out the door. I'm going to give him 3 other side dishes, and he's going to tell me he's going to eat it or he's going to dump it, okay? So let's go out. I can't believe it. Well, we have turkey, and a lot of people don't like this, but the first side, cranberry sauce. You're going to eat it or dump it?
I'm not a big cranberry sauce guy. Now, I've been listening to ESPN radio all week and listening to Zubin and all those guys in the morning. They were talking about this, and, but I'm not a cranberry guy. So, but here's the thing. If I got to choose a side to eat.
You're not choosing it. You're going to eat it or you're going to dump it?
Dump it. Get out of here. I don't need it.
This guy, he'll eat anything. I like cranberry sauce. I'll eat it.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Don't need
Second, I can't believe people do this. People do this. Frozen vegetable medley instead of a green bean casserole. Well, you're going to eat it.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Dump that. Get out of here, man. Green bean casserole with the fried onions on top and baked. Are you kidding me? No, get out of here with that frozen medley, whatever.
So another one that I read. Okay, I love corn on the cob. Now we're talking about natural corn on the cob. You're gonna eat it or dump it?
Corn on the cob? I'm taking it, man.
Okay, here's one that made the list. Cream corn out of the can on Thanksgiving. Are you gonna eat it or are you gonna dump it?
Cream corn out of a can?
Right. You gotta dump it.
Get out of here, man. I'm not doing it.
Great article.
Thanksgiving. Get out of here.
So, great article. Anything else you would eat or dump?
Let's see. You want to do some desserts? What? All right, I'm going to give you. All right, desserts.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna eat it or dump it.
Pecan pie.
I'm gonna eat it. Little Cool Whip on top. If I get my choice, I'll make the natural whipped cream like I do for. So yeah, I'm gonna eat pecan
sweet potato pie.
I'm gonna eat it.
Is there apple pie?
I'm gonna eat it.
You go eat it. I mean, it's like I don't know if is there a dessert.
Is there a dessert
you can't go with
on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Does that mean what's your other desserts? It's really all pies, right?
Well, my wife makes a chocolate chip cookie dough pie.
Seriously?
I make Zapleys.
Oh my gosh!
So it's a lot of fun at Thanksgiving at my house.
You can't go wrong. I mean, how could what is? There's not a bad dessert.
No, there's not.
There's not. Like I don't know.
All right, as we get out the door here, it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. One thing you're thankful for?
Man, just be able to do this right now. I'm just so thankful for athletics and sports and what we get to do and get to hang out with you every week and talk about it. Just so thankful for that because I know there's state associations, football teams, kids are not playing sports. I saw right now where Chatham County's not going to play city basketball or whatever.
Right. Just like they did with football.
My heart breaks for these kids. They're trying to find a place to play, and it's outlet sports. So I'm thankful for what we get to do.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. I'm thankful that I can be a teacher and a coach, and I get a chance to do it during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Amen, brother.
So, but most of all, he'll tell you too, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health, and I'm thankful that I'm able to wake up every morning. Got to thank the man above for that.
Amen, brother. And we thank Coach's Corner. We thank our great sponsors and what they mean to this program and the show and the Harrison family. Man, you guys are awesome. Thank you for what you do. Once again, we had Rubbin and Grubbin on for us. They are going to keep the NASCAR going. How
many days till we get to Daytona 500?
We are only 83
83
days from the Daytona 500. It will be here before you know it, and these guys will talk about the lead up to what's going on every week here at Coach's Corner. Don't forget, you got that show, our show, Hot Grit Podcast with Spencer Max and Travis Don. So, hey, man, we are the Center of Sports Universe. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family and friends. We'll be back here on Friday. This place will be open. TVs will be going. Football will be on.
We'll be back Saturday morning. We got
Yes, we will.
John Nelson again from Georgia Public Broadcast Sports. He's bringing on his sidekick, hopefully Hannah.
Yeah. So we get to talk about high school playoffs, some great matchups from Friday night and Saturday, then also what we expect going into the second round.
And we're waiting on our athlete of the week. We'll know by Friday. And then, of course, we got the guy who won his first game ever as a head coach, Chuck Campbell from South Sea Johnson, right around the corner, coming in to talk about his first win ever.
Awesome.
Once again, we're here every Wednesday night from usually 7 o'clock till about 7:45. Tonight, 6 o'clock. We're back Saturday morning, 9 to whenever. We don't care.
Yeah, whenever.
So, and don't forget the other two shows here, like he just said, Rubbin and Grubbin, Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock, and our podcast, Hot Grid Podcast. So we'll be back. Hey, check out the Prep Sports Report tomorrow. We're going to have the public school basketball breakdown. The following week, we're going to do the private schools all through Hot Grits Podcast. Co-host himself, Travis Jadon. So stay tuned.
Nice.
God bless. Remember,
stay safe.
Wear your mask when you're around people. Stay safe and wash those hands. We'll talk to you on Saturday.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Hey, don't eat too much like I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's I didn't know.